Over the years, Katz's nostalgic setting has been the backdrop for countless movies and TV shows.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 rom-com locations you can actually visit.
You want to have dinner at this diner?
Pick me up at 7:30.
For this list, we'll be looking at those places where romance and/or comedy took place in some of your favourite rom-coms. Real places you can actually visit and make your own rom-com memories. Remember that great rom-com where the guy and girl leave comments on videos? Well, that actually happened right below, and you can leave one also. How cool is that? Number 10, Tiffany & Co. Breakfast at Tiffany's. The opening scene from Breakfast at Tiffany's finds Holly Golightly, played by Audrey Hepburn, eating a pastry while looking into the windows of Tiffany & Co. And you can do it too. There are a number of Tiffany locations around the world, but the flagship store on 5th Avenue in New York City is the one from the film. And now you can even take things a step further than Hepburn did back in 1961. You see, at the time, Tiffany's didn't actually serve breakfast, but in 2017, they opened the Blue Box Cafe. And while you can still stroll by the windows with your coffee and croissant, you can also now head inside to the cafe and actually have breakfast at Tiffany's.
Overall, I liked it, and I think the experience is worth it.
Number 9, Island of Skopelos, Mamma Mia. As fans of the 2008 musical rom-com undoubtedly remember, the events of Mamma Mia take place on the Greek island of Kalakari. But what you might or might not know is that there is no actual Kalakari island. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. There is, however, a Skopelos island in the Western Aegean Sea, which is where the movie was filmed. It's a beautiful island with amazing views. So, if you ever get a chance to visit, you know what to do. Put on your overalls, practice your bed jumping splits, and say, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Say I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Number 8, Serendipity 3, Serendipity.
We're ready for you guys.
The Serendipity 3 restaurant in New York City is famous for two things. One is its gourmet desserts, such as the Lux milkshake, which costs $100 and is served in a milkshake glass covered with 3,000 Swarovski crystals.
Hi, I'm Joe Calderone, creative chef here at Serendipity 3. And today I'm going to show you how to make the world's most expensive milkshake.
And the other is for being the location where Jonathan and Sarah have dessert after the fateful cashmere glove incident in the 2001 rom-com Serendipity.
This will work though, this is quite a coffee.
You definitely don't need to get the crazy expensive milkshake, but you can still visit the restaurant. Just make your way to 225 East 60th Street, where the restaurant has stood since its founding in 1954. Take someone you know or go alone. Leave it up to fate and see who you might meet. Number 7, Marina Bay Sands, Crazy Rich Asians. We all had a big smile on our face and a happy tear in our eye during the engagement party scene in Crazy Rich Asians. But as the camera panned out to reveal the futuristic-like structure on which they were having the party, that smile turned to jaw-dropping awestruck as we asked ourselves, what is that place? The answer is the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and Resort in Singapore. Yes, although it might look like it was created by special effects, it is real, and you can visit it and stay there. Although, if you want to also rent out the entire pool area, hire a synchronized swimming team, and have a fireworks show, you'll have to be crazy rich. Number 6. Lanark Diner, Silver Linings Playbook. If you find yourself in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, craving a cup of tea and a bowl of raisin bran, why not stop in at the Lanark Diner? Yes, this is the place where Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence enjoyed those exact same menu items on their non-date in Silver Linings Playbook.
Let me get a bowl of raisin bran.
Great. Tea.
And while you won't see the film stars at the diner these days, you can still grab a seat at the Bradley Cooper booth, as it has come to be known.
The wait in line to sit at the Bradley Cooper booth, which is booth 3.
And just for the record, they have a lot more on their menu than just cereal and tea. Number 5. Stoke Park, Bridget Jones's Diary. Who wouldn't want to be in Bridget Jones's place on a fun and romantic mini break weekend with Hugh Grant's Daniel Cleaver?
Have you heard this one? There was a young woman from Ealing who had a peculiar feeling.
Well, before you found out he was a lying, cheating jerk, of course. Speaking of that mini break that brings Bridget and Daniel closer together, before the naked woman in his apartment breaks them apart, it happened at Stoke Park. This is a gorgeous 300-acre estate featuring a beautiful mansion and, of course, a lovely lake, perfect for a quiet rowboat ride or for drunkenly falling into with a cigarette in your mouth. Your choice.
I'm boarding you, Bridge. I can't see an alternative. I'm king of the world! Me!
Number 4. Katz's Delicatessen, When Harry Met Sally.
Well, explain to me how you do it. What do you say?
Just have an early meeting, early haircut, early squash game.
You don't play squash.
They don't know that, they just met me.
It's one of the most iconic scenes in the history of film. Meg Ryan faking an orgasm in a crowded deli. The build-up, the table slapping, the shocked customers.
Yes! 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 Oh! Oh!
It's movie history, and it all happened at Katz's Delicatessen on 205 East Houston Street in Manhattan.
Hey guys, it's Spencer, and I'm outside Katz's Delicatessen. This is one of the most legendary places in New York City.
Katz's has been around for over 100 years, and in 2016, Zagat rated it the #1 deli in the city. Their pastrami on rye is some of the best in New York. So, if that is what the lady next to you orders, just tell your waiter that you'll have what she's having. Number 3, the Notting Hill Bookshop. Notting Hill.
I'm also just a girl. Standing in front of a boy. Asking him to love her.
If you're just a girl standing at 13 Blenheim Crescent in London, looking for the bookshop from Notting Hill, you've found it. And it's called the Notting Hill Bookshop. You might remember that Hugh Grant's store in the movie was called the Travel Book Company.
And so it was just another hopeless Wednesday as I walked the 1,000 yards through the market to work, never suspecting that this was the day that was going to change my life forever.
Well, that was based on a real London bookshop called the Travel Bookshop, which is where the filmmakers wanted to film. But when the owners said no, they built a full shop to mimic it. The Travel Bookshop ended up closing its doors in 2011, but was bought by another company and reopened as the Notting Hill Bookshop. And to this day, it's still attracting rom-com fans and a surprising number of proposals as well. Number 2, Café des Deux Moulins, Amélie.
Est-ce qu'on a fait de bon aujourd'hui, Madame Suzanne?
Des endives au gratin.
Until 2000, the Café des Deux Moulins in the Montmartre section of Paris was just another Parisian cafe. And then in 2001 came Amélie. The wonderful, eccentric French romantic comedy became a surprise international hit, and along with it, the Café des Deux Moulins became a must-stop tourist destination for the many fans of the film. In the movie, Amélie works at the Café des Deux Moulins, where she meets a number of very interesting characters.
On est gosses, le temps n'en finit pas de se traîner, puis du jour au lendemain, on a comme ça 50 ans.
Puis l'enfance, tout ce qui leur reste, ça tient dans une petite boîte.
The cafe still looks very similar to how it did in the film. However, fans dropping in hoping to see Georgette's tobacco counter will be disappointed. It was removed from the cafe back in 2002.
Ben, mon tabac. Et il manque rien. Ben non. Faites un effort. Ben non, y a pas, je vois pas.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Houseboat. Sleepless in Seattle. Sure, the Empire State Building is a location from Sleepless in Seattle you can visit, but it's also the location of about 100 other movies, including King Kong. No, for this list, we're digging a little deeper and taking you to the Houseboat, where Tom Hanks and his son lived in Seattle.
It was sinking.
What was?
A house. There was water coming in all the windows.
Back in 2010, you could have purchased it, but today you can still at least float by it. Then there's the famous fish-throwing Pike Place Market that is the location of a number of scenes in the movie. After that, you can grab some food at the Athenian Seafood Restaurant and Bar, where they have a plaque indicating that Tom Hanks sat here. And so can you.
Great! They'll throw a parade in your honor. You'll be Man of the Year in Seattle Magazine.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.